Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to give you updated statistics on USCIS processing backlogs and delays. We'll talk about delays for I-130, family petitions, N-400 application for citizenship, I-45 adjustment of status, and I-140 applications for employment-based green cards. All the different statistics, all the different backlogs information that you need to know. So what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California. And I help clients in all 50 states. In this video, we'll talk about the most up-to-date statistics for USCIS backlog and case delays that are affecting a lot of people that are watching these videos. But before we do that, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. So let's talk about USCIS backlogs and case delays in 2022. As you know, if you've been watching my videos in the past few months, I've been talking a lot about USCIS case backlogs and case delays. These backlogs continue to grow, and it's going to take over a year or so for USCIS to finally maybe catch up. In fact, according to an August 2021 Government Accountability Report, it is estimated that cases that are pending adjudication, the number of these cases that are waiting to be adjudicated, grew by over 81% since fiscal year 2015. And if you look at the second quarter of fiscal year 2020, that only had 3 million cases in the backlog, it grew to over 5.8 million as they were closing fiscal year 2021. And if you look at the chart that is currently on the screen, you can see the increase in case backlog going back to 2017 all the way to 2022. So what essentially this chart is saying is this: USCIS's processing delays continue to grow since 2017, increasing by approximately 50% in fiscal year 2021. And this is despite only a slight 3.6 increase in cases received annually by USCIS. Over the last fiscal year alone, fiscal year 2020-2021, there was about 11% increase in processing times. This information is really important because it's crucial to understand why we have this backlog. This is a backlog that is caused not just because of the pandemic, but also because of a lot of inefficiency on the side of USCIS, as well as budgeting issues and many other factors that impacted all this. But the fact is that right now we are definitely in a crisis. And you can see that sharp increase over the years to the point where right now it's almost impossible for them to catch up. So now we know there are backlogs, but what are the main applications that are being impacted by this? And let's look at the shift of these applications like work permits, travel documents, and other applications that are essential for immigrants to be able to continue living in the United States and have a productive life here. So let's look at chart number 2 to break down specifically what are the actual forms that are being impacted. So as you can see in this chart, the overall increase has particularly impacted certain high volume forms. For example, Form I-130, petition for alien relative, increased from 6.5 months in fiscal year 17 to 10.5 months in fiscal year 2021, a nearly 57% increase. Also, let's look at Form N-400. Processing times for Form N-400, application for authorization, increased from 7.9 months in fiscal year 17 to 11.5 months, an increase of nearly 46%. It just shows you that it almost doubled, in some cases tripled, the amount of time that people have to wait for these applications over the years. Applications for adjustment of status, for example, rose from 6.5 months to over 12.5 months in recent years just because of that backlog. And wait time for refugees and SLEs in the United States almost increased by 160%, and probably even more because people are waiting for their applications to be adjudicated, and it's taking years and years. So you can see how this backlog has been increasing over the years. And it's interesting that we are not even halfway through 2022, and processing times has already increased for forms N-400 application for citizenship and 485 adjustment of status. We're only 3 months into the year, and these wait times are continuing to increase even more. The biggest impact that I feel that these backlogs have are on processing of EADs, applications for employment-based work permits. And if you watched our video from last week, I made a full video on how to expedite your application for employment authorization, and also I gave you an update that USCIS is now separating applications for advanced parole and applications for work permits. They've done this in an effort to try to speed up the processing of applications for work permits because people are desperate and they are losing their jobs and are not able to work because it's just taking forever. So we already mentioned that in a previous video, and the link for that video is in the description of this video, so you'll be able to catch up. Video, we're focusing on statistics so you understand how bad it is and also understand what the government is going to do to try to speed up the processing and try to tackle these backlogs. When it comes to applications for EADs, work permits, there are 4 kinds. Number 1 is on DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. When you apply for DACA, you also apply for work permit. So these are the first kind of work permits that are being affected by these backlogs. Number 2, those work permits that are based on pending asylum applications, also severely delayed. Number 3, those EADs that are based on pending adjustment of status applications based on your employment or family petitions. And number 4, all other EADs for all other benefits that people are applying for. So all 4 of these categories are severely backlogged and delayed at the moment. Let's look at the third chart, show us the progression of EAD delays over the years. So median processing times for I-765 forms applications for employment based on pending asylum rose 31% from 1.7 months in 2017 to 7 months in 2022 as of the recording of this video. Processing times for EAD applications based on I-45 adjustment of status increased from 3 months back in the good old days to 7.2 months and even more, over 140% increase in wait time. These increases are really significant because if you remember, in 2017, the Department of Homeland Security eliminated the requirement that all EADs must be adjudicated within 90 days. That was actually a requirement before January of 2017 that they had to process those cases maximum up to 90 days. Very outraged about this and claimed that this is going to create a lot of backlogs and wait times that are unnecessary. USCIS argued the contrary. They said no, it's actually going to help their processing, make it even more efficient without the pressure of abiding by the 90-day rule. In the last couple of months, and I mentioned it in previous videos, USCIS and DHS issued 2 reports how they're going to address these backlogs because we have the information, we know it's bad, we understand how bad it is now, but what are they actually doing to overcome these backlogs? And it's really important for you to understand that because if you're in the process of waiting for your EAD or waiting for your adjustment of status, you need to know that things are actually going to get better because they're doing the following improvements. So some of the things that they mentioned is allowing electronic filing of most of the immigration applications. That includes filing and payment for applications online, pretty much to almost all immigration benefits. In addition to that, allowing correspondence with USCIS, whether requests for evidence, insufficient documents, or any other things that they want to be done all electronic. Right now, as you know, they send you mail, a hard copy mail if you need more information about your financial documents, requests for evidence because something is missing. That back and forth by mail is taking forever because it takes them 2 weeks to send the mail. And then by the time they receive it, they have to record it and start working on it. So sometimes it takes months for them to actually start responding or working on the case after initiating a request for evidence. By doing this electronically, it's going to save a lot of time. They also mentioned they're going to make the naturalization process a little bit more efficient by also allowing some electronic processing and also allowing applicants to be able to be scheduled for their appointments sooner than later. And even making the process of getting your biometrics a little bit more efficient, by pulling some data for previous applications depending on when you filed for your green card and other methods just to make things a little bit more efficient also on the N400 processing. The bottom line is that it's important for the government to understand that they need to do something really drastic. One of the things that was suggested is to bring back the 90-day adjudication rule, whereby they have to adjudicate those applications maximum by 3 months. It's reasonable, it's going to make people feel more comfortable, and also keep them accountable that they have to do their job much faster. And finally, they have to expand premium processing to all applications. This was suggested, we looked at the final rule, but we need action right now. Once we have premium processing available for EADs and other urgent applications, it's going to make life much easier for applicants and hopefully for USCIS as well. So I hope that the information in this video was helpful. I know we gave you a lot of statistics and information that is crucial and important for you to understand why these things are happening and how the shift transitioned in the past few years. If you have any questions or you need help with your case, you can reach me by texting me 619-483-4549. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.